Hello everyone, and welcome to the series on different Agile methodologies and frameworks. And it's been good past couple weeks. We've gone through we've gone through uh, what else did we go through? Oh, geez, I kind of forget. But this week we're going through some more. There are so many to go through that, I guess sometimes you can just forget which one's which. And so this week we will be going through. See, look at that. So many to go through. And more. Heesh. So this week we are going to go through P4. And everyone's probably wondering P4. What is P4? So P4 is pragmatic paradigms, principles, and practices for development. So if we look at it, it's based on Scrum. There are iterations in Scrum activities, events that are taking place within it. And we have a basically based on greater than 30 teams, or teams of 30. There are different roles, there are some artifacts and events, and as we go through it, we'll find that it's relatively based on Scrum. You'll see some similarities, but there are some subtle differences, and we'll go through those as we scream through. And it's part of mapping organizations, and I must be having some issues with my presentation because that mapping organizations kind of flipped through really quick, and based on Scrum was written through twice. So hopefully we don't have that many issues going forward with some other slides. And it looks like we have, so we're just writing everything twice again. So really, this is not based just on software, and it's focused on actual product development. So your hardware, different products, and it doesn't even have to be hardware based on that where there's software or firmware within it. There is based on cross-functional teams. There is a supply component, and this does focus on with the product development. So when you're developing different things such as computers or chairs or tables or anything of the such, there is a supply chain component within it, and that's based within the P4 framework. There are different team flavors, there are different components, and where it really works well is with complex systems of hardware and software. For example, communication devices, because now it allows for the supply chain, firmware, hardware, and software to all kind of integrate together in an agile fashion. So this framework itself can be based and embedded within different frameworks such as SAFe, LESS, Nexus, Lean Startup, Design Thinking, Lean Product and Process Development, and the theory of constraints in the critical chain. So P4 does introduce some new things. There's a system engineer. If you go through SAFe, there is a system engineer there, and there's a communities of practice based on through it. There's some scaling on levels. So as we look at, you have cluster, you have your organization, and there's some overlap between a cluster and organization on how things flow and move. And then there's a concept of knowledge gaps within it. So there's iterative learning and some knowledge-based development. So here are some differences in the development. So teams are called clusters instead of just teams. A definition of done is a little different because they base it on the design thinking framework, and there are some subcomponents within. So a definition of done could be having usable knowledge, have some inspectable results, or have some deliverable functionality. Within this, there is also some improvement backlogs within the clusters and within the organization. There is also introducing an intercycle week where you have your reviews and your retros. So what is a cycle within the P4? A cycle consists of a 13-week cycle. And within that, you have iterations within. And I know you're going, well, 13-week cycle, that's not agile. It's more of the iterations in between and how the teams function and how we get the work done. So, and within that, the iterations, there are 3 types within a 13-week cycle. So you could have a 3-4-week iteration, set of iterations, and a 1-week inter-week cycle. You can have 4 3-week iterations with 1 week, and the next one would be 6 2-week iterations with 1 week inter-week cycle at the end. So there are different collaboration models that are used with P4, and let me see if we can go back. No, we can't go back. So we'll just keep moving forward. So P4 does have their own values. And as you look through, the values are relatively basic to the manifesto. It's regarding transparency, respect, having clear prioritization, and you're motivated within, and you're dedicated with the commitment. You're ensuring that teams are well trained for long-term success, kind of all for one for all. Heroism and individualism is counterproductive, and it's more based on effectiveness first, then efficiency. So there's continuously change. So these values within P4 allow for that to happen. When we look at principles, you see here there's a separation of powers, iterative development, reduced complexity, all the workings of an agile team, where they also look at reuse and single focus of truth, simplicity, similarity, and ensuring that there's overlap across the teams. So where can this be used? As we talked about before, it could be used in software delivery. There's nothing wrong with that. You can go through. But where focus is more is on hardware delivery and ensuring there's that team communication across. Here, getting forward, we are using Simon Sinek's being agile within his golden circle. So you're ensuring you have the right behaviors and you're an efficient organization with adaptiveness, and you're ensuring employee satisfaction when you're moving from the why to the what. So again, P4 is the what. The behaviors and discipline behind in the use of P4 is the why. So again, this focuses on overall teamwork, ensures that teams are being agile, and there is that improved communication across the teams in the organization. So, this is a different way of ensuring that you're breaking through the norms and delivering effective and efficiently quality products, whether it's software or hardware. So P4 allows for that mindset to be there. Overall, again, we want to be your trusted agile advisor, and that is the purpose of these sessions, is to give you that information and knowledge of the different frameworks out there. You can contact us through our website or through email. And again, this was referenced on a p4dev.com. You can get more information on P4, a little more details on how it's set up. If you'd like more information regarding that as well and how we can help you get there, feel free to contact us. Thank you. Goodbye.